Libra, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your September energy forecast. So coming into September, you are definitely in your dark season. 3 months prior to your birthday, things start falling apart. We become a little bit more introverted as we move inward to sort out what needs to end, what we need to let go of, and what it is that we want to begin and prepare for once you get your solar infusion when your birthday comes. So of course, being in your dark season, there is a lot more reflection going on than action and movement moving forward. Coming into September, we have Venus moving into Virgo on September 5th. That will be moving into your 12th house of your intuition. Now, granted, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your dream state is likely super active around this particular time, approaching your birthday season. But Venus moving into Virgo in this 12th house is really showing you where new karmic chapters need to be opened up in order for you to actually take care of yourself physically, but also spiritually. I feel like many of my Libran friends need to achieve balance. That's what Libra is here for, because many of y'all are actually living in extremes. Because many of my Libran friends have been overly focused on the physical body, going to the gym, definitely altering one's diet. Now it's time for you to rebalance the scales, really get down to the nitty gritty on being logical and practical, and not only taking care of your physical body, but taking care of your spiritual body as well. Your emotional and mental field tend to be a little bit crazy, always at war with one another. And although physical exercise and a healthy diet is doing wonders for your physical form, it really doesn't address the chaos and the craziness that you're feeling on a daily basis without a spiritual practice. Now, Venus, being the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money, your ruler, being in Virgo energy, is going to really help ground you out. This is going to be a beautiful energy to allow yourself to dream a bigger dream, especially on what it is that you want to experience for this next solar year, and actually be able to channel those dreams, that energy, that creativity into the physical body, where you're able to actually execute in your physical realm, taking the initiating steps on bringing certain things to life. Now, whether, again, that is jumping into meditation, jumping into yoga, being a little bit more keen to explore and dabble into, metaphysical education, all of this experience and knowledge is really going to help your inner realm while you have been focused on your outer realm. On September 9th, we have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, going retrograde in your sign. Now, Mercury has been in your sign for the last couple of weeks, but also in its pre-shadow period. We can expect that Mercury is going to take us on a little bit of a journey, a little bit of a reflection, a little bit of a look back on who it is that you have been. Now, my Libran friends are constantly reinventing themselves, constantly kind of redoing their hair, their look, their whole aesthetic. And with Mercury going retrograde in Libra in the first house itself, we definitely are going to be taking a time out to reflect on who it is that you've had to be in life, who it is you never want to be again, and who it is that you are setting out to be for this next natal year. Now, Mercury going retrograde in Libra will have past relationships coming up to test us, to haunt us, so to speak. So whether you are receiving exes in the physical form or in your memories, this is going to be a true reflection of how much work, how much growth, how much improvement, how much transformation you've actually done to yourself. Now, on September 10th, we have the full moon taking place in Pisces. This is going to be set up in your 6th house. The 6th house really does rule over your day-to-day life, your tasks, your chores, your mental health, and where it is that you are of service to other people. The full moon in Pisces is going to rewind us back to February and March of this year. We had big dreams, we had big goals, we had big objectives for ourselves, but many of us fell off the wagon. We do really have to have a full illumination on where it is that our emotional selves are suffering due to the lack of discipline and structure in our physical realm, in our day-to-day lives. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to really actually get a brand new plan into play, a brand new diet, a brand new health regimen, where you can kind of make a better routine for yourself to flow through in order to get your daily tasks done. Now, there's a lot of emotion coming with this full moon in Pisces, and this is definitely going to have you feeling out of sorts, feeling out of whack. But the good news is that it will illuminate for you where stability, where reorganization, where structure and discipline is actually needed the most. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Libra, initiating Libra season, also initiating the fall equinox. Of course, the sun will be illuminating your first house of self. This is when you reemerge in the world again, when you reawaken, when you come back to life. Now, things have in the past 3 months gotten a little bit crazy because you being in your winter season, of course, things have to die, things have to fall apart in order to create the space for new elements to actually have the space to be reborn. Libra season and the equinox is going to give you time to actually examine where things have been a little bit extreme and where you have the ability to restore the balance within yourself, between your heart and head, between your wants, needs, and desires, between your inner realm and your outer realm. Now, of course, Libra season is going to shine a bright light on you. You are stepping into the spotlight. You are glowing under the sun's illumination, downloading you with all the light codes needed for your next natal year. And Libra season is going to show you where it is that you are reinventing, rebranding yourself after dealing with some very tough love life lessons over this past year, especially where your family and relationships are concerned. On the 23rd, we have Mercury going retrograde, this time in Virgo. Yes, Mercury is going to be moving out of this Libran energy and moving back into its place of power in Virgo energy. Now, caution, there is likely going to be some situations pop off while Mercury went retrograde in your sign that when we move back into Virgo energy, we will have the ability to fix. Mercury going back into Virgo energy, though, is going to be moving back into your 12th house, the hidden realm of your soul self, of soul contracts, of dreams, which means that you may actually have quite a beautiful opportunity to rework, reevaluate, revise the plans that you have for yourself coming into this new natal year. This 12th house is also where your intuition gets a little bit of a boost, where your psychic abilities come online, and where you can learn a lot about what's going on in your inner realm through your dream state. Again, this is a time where we get to reflect back, revise some of the problems, redo some of the situations that didn't work so well for us the first time around. And a lot of this is going to be triggering a lot of your unconscious thoughts, emotions, and memories in order for you to reprocess them now that you have a higher form of knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence because of the spiritual life lessons that you fully have learned and integrated. On the 25th, we have the new moon taking place in Libra in your sign. This is the beautiful opportunity for you to set the tone on what it is that you want to experience for the next year. What do you want as far as happiness, joy, peace, harmony goes? What do you want for yourself? What do you want to achieve? Especially where love is concerned. What is it that you want to restore in your life? Not just romantically, but involving activities that actually bring a sense of pleasure and joy. Work has gotten to you over this past cycle, Libra, and it's time for you to get back to the finer, smaller details on what it is that actually brings you happiness, actually brings you joy. Now, on the 29th of September, we're going to have Venus, your ruler, taking its place of power in Libran energy. This will be, again, in your first house of self. This is a time for you to boost your self-confidence, boost your self-worth. This is time for you to reevaluate your values. Who and what is worth your time, your attention, your love, your energy? We are not messing around moving into this new natal year for you. And Venus is here not only to balance the scales on where it is that you've been living in extremes, not only to give you a boost of confidence and show you how beautiful you actually are inside and out, but it is going to be showing you where it is that you got to stop doing what you think other people want you to do and start doing what it is that you know in your heart you should be doing. It's time to put yourself back at the top of the list. It's time to stabilize your own wants, needs, and desires. And it's really time for you to restore the balance and harmony within yourself. So taking a look at the month, it does feel like you are going to be kind of entering into a brand new learning chapter. This could be you kind of, educating yourself, diving into the metaphysical realm. This could be you going back to, take a new course to upgrade your skills, your talents. This is definitely a time where you're going to have to listen to your intuition over your intellect, especially where we have Mercury going retrograde. Our mental plane, our intellect, our logic, our practicality is going to be hard to come by. We are going to have to listen to our emotions. We are going to have to listen to our intuition. And lucky for you, because of all this energy built up in your 12th house, you do have a lot stronger of an intuitional pull as of right now than some of the other signs do. I know that you want to be focused on finding a very strong, supportive nature and environment in your home and in your family. I feel like a lot of my Libran friends are suffering financially, and a lot of the goals that you have set out for yourself in this new natal year will be around increasing the income that you're able to bring into your home and, of course, build on the resources that you're able to tap into. I feel like that is a lot of the reason on why most of my Libran friends are looking to upgrade their skills, looking to re-educate themselves in different areas, because we need another form of income. The financial situation is definitely not helping the mental or emotional situation in the home and family. And I think that, stabilizing the income and having maybe a side hustle is exactly what most of my Libran friends are needing to do for their new natal year. There's a lot to celebrate, but looking at the home and family, it does feel like things have been a little bit chaotic, and that just stabilizing the relationships within the home would be the way to go. For my single Libran friends, there is a high probability with Venus moving into your sign at the end of the month where you could be connecting with potential romantic partners. For those of my Libran friends that are already coupled and partnered up, there is a new level of connection and intimacy coming when you reevaluate what it is that you need to be focused on. Again, many of my Libran friends throwing themselves into work because of the emotional chaos that they're unable to sort out and support in their personal relationships. I think the reevaluation is going to have my Libran friends refocusing on how to kind of mend some of the broken relationships, especially romantic relationships in their lives. With Mercury going retrograde in Libra, again, the past is kind of coming back for a reevaluation, for a test, if you will, which will put current relationships in a brand new understanding, a brand new perspective. It is going to feel like you're a little bit trapped though, Libra, because again, you're trying to logically and practically move your way through the emotions coming up in your heart space that cannot be explained. It is time for you to just kind of go with the flow a little bit better, trying to kind of let your intuition and heart space lead. Because I tell you, there are going to be a lot of endings before there are going to be beginnings. I feel like you're trying to decide between two different paths, especially where money matters are concerned, especially where education is concerned. I feel like many of my Libran friends have a quest, if you will, a hankering to learn something new, but also fear leaving behind their foundation of their career or what it is that they do on a daily in order to actually venture into that educational field. Test your intellectual strength. Test your intuitive strength with trying to figure out what is the right choice for you, because in some way, whether you're entering into a classroom or a online classroom or just kind of doing some personal and spiritual development of your own, there is this chapter of education that needs to be initiated in the month of September. Your relationships will rebalance themselves, although you do have to give yourself a little bit of time to figure out what it is that you want, what it is you need, what it is that you desire, so that you can stand firm in knowing what is right for you before you let other people sway you. September is going to be a huge reflective time, mostly because Mercury and all the other heavy hitting planets are retrograde. And just a word of caution, please don't set up camp in your past pain, past trauma, past disappointments and experiences. It's time to stop crying over the past, to make peace with it, to understand that everything happens for you instead of happening to you, and that there's a huge spiritual life lesson that comes with every hardship, every challenge, every obstacle that you've had to face in your past. And the minute that you actually change your perspective and understanding about said pain experiences is the minute that you're going to start reaping the rewards for actually changing your vibration and frequency, making peace, Libra, making peace with the painful circumstances that have created this powerful being that is you. So this month, definitely focus on rebalancing, restoring the love, the peace, the harmony in your relationships. Focus on really kind of being the judge and jury on what it is that you have done, what it is that you currently want to do. This is time for you to decide instead of letting other people dictate the path, the journey, the experiences that you will be having in this next year. It is time for you to contemplate what it is you want to do with your life, because this boredom, this discontentment that you've been feeling cannot last too much longer, or you will create a lot more drama for yourself, a lot more pain and suffering for yourself than you actually need. I know the ultimate goal is to be in love, to have this picturesque family with the happy home, the money in the bank, where all is well. You can have that, but you got to start balancing the scales within yourself first. Your heart and your head always being at war. Your indecisiveness is creating drama, is creating a fragmented energy vibration within you that is actually repelling the things that you should be attracting. So it is time to kind of recalibrate, to rest, to redo, to refocus, to redefine what it is that actually makes you happy, what your ultimate dream and vision actually is coming into September, and most of all, prior to your birthday. Get a vision for the next year, get a dream for the next year, balance the scales within, and align your emotions with your mental plane so that you can start manifesting the elements of your dreams. Have a great September, Libra. We'll talk to you soon.